Good evening everyone and welcome to this inter-team battle. We are here for the TTG Academy taking on YWR, and it is two racers running the mini league format of Austria and Abu Dhabi to come here tonight. Good evening everyone, I'm James Hay, going to be your solo commentator for tonight. We were due to have Paco Suarez. Unfortunately something has came up quite late and he has had to cancel the commentary here tonight, so it's only going to be me, but I'm sure you're going to be in the best capable hands as possible to bring you through the action here tonight in Austria and Abu Dhabi. Before we begin though, I just want to put on record my apologies in advance, because I will have to go at about 8:30 for only a couple of minutes. So if there's any action going on out on track, I will have to go at 8:30, I'm afraid, for a couple of minutes. It is just purely to sign off a computer downstairs, because my mum is working at home at this moment in time. So hopefully you do appreciate me that I've got to be the technical wizard that I am to switch off a computer. And another thing as well, obviously guys might have heard the news about Alex Zanardi being involved in a motorbike accident today in Italy. I just want to send my thoughts and wishes to Alex Zanardi and his family and friends. What I'm sure is a very difficult time for them. I think it was an incident that happened in Italy when he was riding his bike that he normally rides around the streets, and it is unfortunate that Alex Zanardi, an F1 legend to be honest, has been involved in an incident. Apparently he is in a severe condition in hospital according to multiple Italian media reports, so our thoughts and our best wishes are with Alex Zanardi, and hopefully he will make a full recovery very soon indeed. We are here though for the what could be described as the mini league, but it's not. It is the inter-team battle that we're going to be taking in here tonight between TTG Academy and YWR, and it's fantastic, I think, to have an event of this scale. Thanks to Conti for putting it on first and foremost. He of course is our academy manager, so thanks to him for putting the event on. And I will take you through the lineup for both teams in just a second, and in fact I'll do that now. So for TTG Academy, it should be 9 against 9 of what I've been told. It should be 9 against 9, but we have got all 9 drivers of TTG currently here. So it is Conti, Mashiro, Key, Laser, Chubbs, Storm, Charlie, Maze and Sean. Those are the 9 drivers representing the TTG Academy tonight. And for YWR, as you can clearly see on your screens, we've got Crazy Meister, Marcus, Axner, some very familiar names from YWR. Vola Kongan, I apologise in advance if I've got that wrong. YWR Storm and YWR Zetenum as well. Again, apologies if I've got that wrong. And Rifleman, the Dutchman, as well. And again, apologies if I get any pronunciations wrong. Some of these guys I'm only seen for the first time, and they have to make life hard for me, especially with some of the pronunciations on their name. So if I bugger anything up, just at me in the comments section or anything like that, and just tell me the right pronunciation. You know, my English dulcet tones can only go so far. But we have got the mini league point system available, so all 20 positions are up for points if there were going to be 20 drivers here. If it's going to be 9v9, obviously it will go up to 18th position, so the minimum amount of points that the teams can get is 3 points for an individual driver performance. First will get 25, second will get 20, second will get 22, third will get 20, fourth will get 18, and fifth would get 16. They go down in 1 point increments after that, so 6th down to 20th, which if it would be the mini league, would go down from 15 to 1 point respectively. If it's going to be a 9v9, which I'm under the impression it will be, of course it will be 6th to 18th, so that'll be 15 to 3 points. So just to clarify on the point system. And of course we are here in Spielberg in Austria. One-shot qualifying, 25% for both races here tonight, Austria and Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi going to be the second race that you will see. It'll probably come just after 8:30. Hopefully I'll be there to cover one-shot qualifying. I definitely will be back for the race, I can guarantee you guys that. If I do miss a little bit of one-shot qualifying, you might just have to listen to the sights and sounds of what's happening out on track. for that long lap in Abu Dhabi. But we have got 17 drivers here currently, so I think YWR might be down on one driver currently. Hopefully Rifleman is able to join the lobby. It seems like he can't connect up at this moment in time. I think he's joined about 3 times now within the lobby, and hopefully he will be connecting up, and again he hasn't connected up, I'm afraid. So got Bjartman in as well for YWR. YWR currently have 7 drivers, TTG Academy have 9. Obviously my position on this is going to be try and show no bias towards any sort of team. Of course, I'm an affiliated TTG commentator. I think on paper though, the Academy guys might just be that little bit quicker and a little bit more consistent of what we've seen certainly in TTL races this season, and indeed in the mini league this season as well. That's where you can really draw the comparisons, I think, between both of the teams coming into tonight. And I mean, for the Academy guys, you've got Lazy, you've got Conti, you've got Mashiba, but YWR also have Marcus Axnes up their sleeve. They can deliver very good individual performances on their day. It's going to be very interesting to see both on an individual and on a team level how this progresses during tonight. And as I say, Abu Dhabi will be coming up after this. It is just a shade over 8 o'clock. And if you're wondering what this is all about, it is the Interteam battle between TTG Academy and YWR. Thank you for giving me your time to tune in here tonight. I, of course, am James Haig, going to be taking you through the action here for the next hour and 15 minutes or so, I would imagine. But Austria and Abu Dhabi are up and coming, and of course, if you are brand new to the channel, like, comment and subscribe. Plenty more content coming up as we approach the new game, especially with TTML going to be featuring, and I'll come on to that just that little bit later. Obviously, it is clear weather both in Austria and in Abu Dhabi, so no expectation of rain, and there's also no safety car as well. So really, if a driver's race gets misjudged or gets ruined, then essentially he is pretty much out of contention. But remember, all 17 positions that the guys are out on track will be point scoring positions. So we've got 16 currently out on track, 9 for Academy, 7 for YWR. It's going to be very interesting to see how everyone progresses. Charlie and Sean just readying up. One-shot qualifying. We'll get our pick of who we're going to go on board with. The game will pick somebody at random, and it is Volakongan, I should say, for YWR. In the purple liveried car, most YWR drivers should be running purple, and I know the Academy will be running a blue coloured car as well. So Volakongan run round turn 1. All on a set of soft compound of tyres. TTG Storm has retired from the session early on. Volakongan now up the hill. 16.1 through the first sector. Not a bad first sector, to be honest, that from Volakongan. Of course, we're running the multiplayer cars, not the traditional F1 cars that you normally see in TTL F1 or TTL F1 League 2 either. Go on board with Volakongan. Down into the heavy braking zone at turn 4. It's a very downhill braking zone. Just locks up the front end there as he comes through towards turn 5 and then through turn 6. It's a very winding left-handed corner. Run onto the AstroTurf on the right-hand side, you will get an invalidation. Somehow Volakongan hasn't. He went into the gravel slightly. Just seems like he's struggling through 7 and 8. And now up the hill towards turns 9 and 10. Through right corner, I think this is called, if I'm not mistaken, from Keane McGinn, these commentaries around here. Volakongan now around the final corner. Marcus has retired from the session. Later, Chubbs Mashiro. In fact, it's going to be an Academy domination. Later, 104.1 takes it. Volakongan, in the meantime, at 1.7 seconds off that. Finish across the line in 8th. Axnes, I think, is about to come across the line now. But on an individual level, Laser has taken it, and we'll run you through for every team, for both teams that we've got here tonight. As Zetenham has left the session, we'll run you through what driver is in what position. So it's Laser who takes it by nearly 2.5 tenths of a second from Chubbs in second. Key in third. Mashiro, TTL F1 League 2 champion, in fourth, with Sean in fifth, Charlie in sixth, Mays in seventh. So top 7 dominated by the TTG Academy drivers. Volakongan is in 8th, best of the YWR lot, with Conti in 9th. Crazy Meister in 10th, Storm in 11th, Zetenham in 12th. He has left the session. Hopefully his car will be on the grid. Axnes in 13th. Marcus, Storm and Bjartman all getting invalid laps. So they're going to be starting from the rear of the field in 14th, 15th and 16th, respectively, out on track. Laser and Chubbs, though, very good to see Laser and Chubbs being on the pace. Of course, if you have been tuning in to TTL F1, you would have seen Chubbs' performance last night in TTL F1 League 1. And to be honest, he was right on the pace once again, Chubbs, last night. And of course, it is an 18-lap race. So the strategy here is going to be softs to mediums or mediums to softs. If anybody goes on a set of hards, they're quite foolish, I think, to be honest, in going on a set of hards. Obviously, if you get damage on lap 1 and you want to go a little bit conservative, then by all means go on a set of hards. But normally, the norm around here is softs and mediums for the long run. And I mean, it's 18 laps, 25% race. It's not as if we are going into the long run of a 50% race, which of course would be 36 laps around here. We're just waiting again on Charlie and Sean. Zatanum has joined back. Unfortunately, it looks like his car is not going to be on the grid. There is an empty spot there in 12th position, so Zatanum is not going to be starting the race, which means we might get a little bit of a lag spike, and somebody is lagging very much down at the back of the field there. Laser though leads us off the line. There is Chubbs in second as well. Chubbs in fact is leading us off the line, I think, in terms of Academy cars. Let's have a run through both teams' liveries out on track. Laser in fact is at a collision with Chubbs, so that's not the best thing to see on the stream at all. Key though is running in a blue and grey coloured car, as is the TTG Academy livery here tonight. She was just lagging slightly. Hopefully the connection will be up and running for these guys. Hopefully it doesn't lag or anything. Volokongan is best of the YWR lot, and as I said, they're running a purple and grey livery. Rifleman has left the session as well. He was a driver that tried to connect up into the session, couldn't. Hopefully we're going to be getting something sorted for that, and hopefully all of the guys can connect up for the second race at least. Otherwise, it looks like YWR are going to be down to 6 drivers currently for this Austrian Grand Prix. Who are your predictions on? Let me know in the comment section, of course. And if you are supporting any of the teams here, of course, do leave a like, comment and subscribe to the channel, of course, if you are new. And do be friendly in the comment section. We're a very friendly bunch here in TTTV, on TTTV. And hopefully we're going to be watching some very, very viewer-friendly action here tonight. And hopefully we're going to be seeing some clean, competitive and fair racing, which I know these guys are known for. So with the guys coming around the final corner, it's now time to make our first prediction of the night. And my first prediction is there won't be a safety car because there's no safety car on. So there you go, there's my first prediction. But my prediction for the top 3, I'm going to go Laser for the win, Mashiro second, and let's throw Axnes in down in 13th for third. Axnes down in 13th for third. Hopefully we'll get a better camera angle than the crowd there. But we are prepared for the 5 red lights here for race 1 of this inter-team battle between the Academy and YWR. It's about to go 5 red lights. And it's a lights out and away we go. Chubbs gets a better start than Laser, and Chubbs has got a great start off the line. And in fact, Laser's going to be swamped, and the Academy guys are swamping each other, trying to go down in towards turn 1. A little bit of contact. Chubbs was wide through turn 1. Mashiro is going to go 3 wide. Oh, and nearly forces them off. Laser and Mashiro very close to a little bit of contact. Could give Sean and Key a bit of a run here. Crazy Meister's making position early on. There's a red car in the background of shot. Looks like Bjorkman that might be going around the outside. It's indeed Marcus trying to go around the outside, I think. Laser though leads. Chubbs in second. Sean with a remarkable start up to third. Mashiro fourth. Currently top 6 or top 5 now are TTG Academy drivers. Crazy Meister, oh, down the inside is Volokongan. Inevitably there's going to be a bit of contact there. Access is trying to come through in that red coloured car. So Access now trying to fight with Volokongan around the outside of turn 6. He gets the move done. So Access do move up to 8th. Maze in the meantime. A little bit of lag between Bjorkman and Maze. Maze in fact runs into the back of Bjorkman, a little bit of desync between them both, and Maze cannot catch any luck at all. He is round again through turn 8. Unfortunately for Maze, he can still continue on. Charlie has lost a couple of positions, but it is Laser Low who leads. Chubbs in second, Sean in third, Mashiro in fourth, and Key running off top 5. The Academy drivers doing well. Crazy Meister and Access swapping positions again. So Access up to 6th, Crazy Meister 7th, Volokongan in 8th, Storm made a good start in 9th, and that, I think, is Conti trying to go up the inside there. YWR Storm and Marcus trying to get the move done. He didn't quite. Charlie is into the pits, and Zatanum obviously hasn't started the race down there in 16th, so you can ignore him from your calculations here tonight. He will not pick up a point because his car's not on the grid. Bjorkman very much lagging profusely. We take this from TTG Storm's perspective. He's trying to fight for P9 running down the hill, and Bjorkman in fact very much desyncing. Storm probably going to have to try and time this to absolute perfection and try and judge where his connection is going to be at its strongest. It might be across the start finish line, but you can see a little bit of desync going on. I'm not sure if this is on the driver's end obviously, but it is quite off-putting if I've got to be honest, and hopefully we'll be able to see a fairer connection for race 2. We might have a new lobby hills or something like that. Crazy Meister though, I think he's got left side end plate damage, so he will be coming into the pit. So Crazy Meister into the pit, left side end plate damage. Rifleman has left the session, but Laser has set the new fastest lap of the race. It's 1.3 seconds ahead of Chubbs. Laser getting a good start. Let's have a look at position gains early on. There is a yellow flag coming into the pit lane. Crazy Meister, I think it might have been Marcus that might have had a bit of a moment through sector 3. But there are the position gains on your screen. Bjartman up 8 positions. Axe's up 7. Axe's drove a really good start, if I've got to be honest. Bjartman and Volakongan now swapping positions up the hill towards turn 3. Storm is right on the back of his fellow YWR compadre, and he says thank you very much, because YWR Storm ran wide there through turn 3, and TTG Storm is through and he's up to 9th. It's going to make my life a living hell trying to commentate on these two, but it is good to see, and I've got to be honest, I want to commentate on the two Storms having a battle between each other for an absolute age. Conti trying to get onto the back of YWR Storm as well. It's all a little bit stale, to be honest, out in front. Laser leads Chubb second, Sean in third. Currently top 5 our Academy drivers. Then it's Axel, Bjartman and Volakongan for YWR, and in fact there's been a change of position. Chubbs is into the pits, pitting early it seems for a set of medium compounded tyres. We should see Chubbs come out in and around Marcus Mays sort of area, I would imagine. Conti on the back though of YWR Storm. DRS now enabled, of course. These multiplayer cars do run DRS and ERS. This is the base model, of course, for 2019 car. Conti trying to get onto the back of YWR Storm. Just a little bit of a low run off there through turn 1. Now through the kink of turn 2 and uphill towards turn 3. We are in the Styrian Mountains here, of course, the Styrian Mountain regions, and it's something like 63% of all of Austria is mountainous. Yeah, there's a fun fact for you. Coming out, Marcus is into the pits. He's going to come out behind Crazy Meister. Charlie picking up a little bit of front wing damage. I think he got held up in the pits there as well. He's down there in 15th. Machiro though, trying to get in on the back of Sean. Hopefully we're going to see no team orders here between the Academy guys and the YWR guys for that matter. Hopefully we get to see a fair fight. Machiro looks like he's going to come into the pits, or is he? The Japanese man, is he going to come into the pits? No, he was thinking about it. He's probably been told no, stay out and we'll try and get that gap up. He's going to fight though for Sean in second. Sean and Machiro have had a good battle in the meantime in TTL F1 League 2. You can go and watch all the races back, of course, on this channel, and look at Machiro's pace compared to Sean, just hunting him down, and I think you can probably see where this one is going to go, to be honest. Machiro, the Japanese man, on the outside through turn 2 has got the move done, not even before the kink at turn 2. He's got the move done and he's up into second place on his fellow Academy driver. YWR Storm has been overtaken by Conti. That was down through turn 1. Conti picked up the DRS range as well. So either Storm had a poor exit out of the first corner, or Conti just purely got the move done down the inside. One of the two things happened. Conti, however, it doesn't stop him from going up into 9th position, so the Dutchman making up good ground. Volakongan trying to get onto the back of Bjartman. Storm has overtaken as well, with Marcus coming into the pit. Has actually released Storm onto the back of Volakongan. Let's have a watch on board with Storm once again. Let's see how he's getting on the Brit against the Norwegian. And of course, it is the British team of TTG Academy against the Norwegian team of YWR. Young Walker races, of course. Laser leads, and he's into the pits. So Laser is into the pits from the lead of the race, and now promotes Machiro up into first, Sean up to second. Key is also into the pits as well. So we watch on board with Laser's perspective. And he's going on to, of course, a set of medium compounded tyres. As I say, anybody going on to a set of hards, you'd be pretty foolish because you will lose a lot of time on that tyre. Laser now coming out of the pits. He's going to be ahead of Key, and in fact he's going to be well ahead of Chubb. So Laser currently in the net lead of the race. We have got a bit of an inter-team battle going on here though between YWR. Oh, and there's a little bit of desync there between Bjartman and Volakongan. Very difficult to judge where Bjartman is out on track. It's going to give Storm a tremendous run though. Bjartman comes across, oh, and there's desync galore there. Storm goes inside of Bjartman. Not entirely sure what happened. Bjartman is around. And Storm, well, that was just a pure desync, if I've got to be honest. No malice in that at all. Leg inside of each other, and Bjartman has been sent round by Storm. I'm sure we're going to get these technical issues sorted. Might be the case that we have to set up a new lobby in the meantime to try and pick up the best connection. Storm, though, on the back of Volakongan, has disposed of Bjartman in the weirdest way possible, but is on the back of the Norwegian. The Storm, normally cautious Storm as we like to call him here on TTTV. He is on the back of Volakongan. Volakongan, I've got to say, is doing a great job for YWR. He's the second leading YWR driver. Axel, of course, up the road. But bear in mind these guys have still got to pit, so they're trying to get their stops as long as possible. Storm though on the back of Volakongan. Is he going to be cautious down towards turn 3? He's going to try and lunge it for the move. It's the move for P4 coming out on track. Bjorkman has got 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pits. It's now side by side between Volakongan and Storm. They're side by side and they're keeping clean, which is good to see. No desyncing going on here. And Storm down the inside outbreaks Volakongan down into the corner. And Volakongan, I think, just had to give up on that one. Storm down the inside gets the move done. Nice, clean, fair racing. That's what we like to see. Storm's through and he's up to 4th. It now brings a big question to Laser. He's got YWR Storm on the back, and Storm trying to keep up with Laser. Obviously, Laser is on a better size. We see the leader into the pits, Mashiro. Oh, and there's a spinner. Axnez has ran through turn 9. Axnez ran through turn 9. Luckily, he's got the car going, and luckily, he's got that car into the pit lane. And see if there's more of a remarkable recovery there from Axnez. It's probably only lost 4 or 5 seconds, but 4 or 5 seconds can really cost you, especially with it being an inter-team battle. His pick through already for him, and on go a fresh set of the mediums. No front wing damage, which I'm glad to report. Axel now out of the pits. Quite a wee one. I think he just got caught on the sausage curb on the outside of turn 9. Probably spun the car around, and that's what we saw there. In the meantime, Chubb trying to go brave man's route around the outside through the kink of turn 2. Storm down the inside line. Makes it look easy in the end. Chubb's on much fresher tyres. He's through, and he's up into 5th position and easily disposes of YWR Storm, who I think has got left side end plate damage. Indeed he does. He's got left side end plate damage, YWR Storm, but showing good pace, which is good to see, and hopefully he's going to be getting a good result. And I know he only picked up a handful of points in TTL F1 League 2 last season, but doing a great job out on track. Just runs wide there through turn 6, but doing a good job. We are now halfway through. Sean into the pits for the lead of the race as Mashiro picks up a 3-second time penalty. Storm now leads, TTG Storm that is now leads, but Volakongan's putting them under a little bit of pressure. That's right on board with the two of them as they go across the line to start lap 9. So we are basically halfway through now in this inter-team battle. There is a yellow flag through the final corner, and it's Mashiro, I think, that has spun. Yeah, Mashiro was spun. So on the mini-map, Volakongan has made mincemeat of Storm in the meantime and has got the move done. He down to ZOS, cuts across to defend off Storm. Didn't think he needed to be honest. Volakongan through, and he's up into the lead, but now Storm is going to come back. Or is he? He up to ZOS. Is he going to try and come back now at Volakongan, down into the braking zone of turn 3? Daniel Ricciardo-esque maybe from Storm? Never really see this from the cautious man. He's trying to go around the outside now through turn 5 and then through turn 6. This left combination coming up through turn 6. Volakongan hanging on to the position. Storm just being on the air of caution, I think. And he's just going to try and judge where Volakongan is going to come into the pit. I've got to be honest, I think it'll be this lap these guys will come in. Storm is going to come into the pit lane. Volakongan might respond. He doesn't. He's going to go on for another lap. So, undercut is quite potent around here. Storm should be ahead of Volakongan, I think, when he comes out of the pits. That is YWR Storm coming into the pit lane as well. Very difficult to judge, by the way, if whatever team you are in is essentially whatever team you are. For the academy guys, it is hard to judge who your teammate actually is. So you could get a double stack scenario at one point within the pit lane. Hopefully, it's not the case for YWR Storm or the other guys that came in. Mashiro obviously is into the pit after his spin. Now it is Key on the back of Sean. Key proved himself last season, in fact, in TTL F1 League 2 as a very good driver. Had a phenomenal battle, of course, with Storm back in the day in Russia. You can see the shine on Sean's tyres. I mean, they're quite fresh. And he is on 3 lap fresher tyres than Key. Key doing his best, though, to try and keep up with his fellow academy teammate. But we have got a possible overtake going on for the lead of the race here. Volakongan is going to try and stay out another lap, possibly. He's really iron on the side of caution here. I think Laser is probably just going to get this one down towards turn 1. You can see the freshness of the tyres. Laser, in fact, is going to wait for the DRS. He doesn't open up his DRS down the straight. Let's see if he does up the hill through turn 2. The DRS detection zone will be enabled now, and he opens up his DRS. And I mean, you can probably see where that's going even before you get through towards the kink at turn 2. Laser is through, and he's now into the lead of the race. But Chubbs now might get held up, and it could bring Sean and Key into play. It's certainly going to bring Key into play as he goes around the outside of Sean. A little bit of a let through there. Sean actually, Key just misjudges his braking point. It's now going to be side by side. Down the hill, Sean and Key fighting out for third position. Next third here out on track with Volokongan still to come into the pits. And Sean is back through on Key. Good racing here between them both. Sean is through and he's up into fourth position. Key, I don't think we've seen the last of that one, if I've got to be honest. Marcus trying to get onto the back of Conti as well. Obviously Marcus coming into the pits quite early on lap 4. Just bringing Conti's just bringing Marcus along with him. It could mean that TTG Storm could come into pressure in the later stages of this race. I don't think it will, though, because Storm's on 3-lap pressure tyres on Conti. But we are through towards lap 13, I think, out on track. No, on lap 12. Later leads from Volokongan in second. Chubbs in third, Sean in fourth, Key in fifth. Reminder, I will have to go 8:30 for literally a couple of minutes. 2, 3, maybe even 5, a maximum of 5 minutes. And I will be back as soon as possible. Hopefully, as I say, we can get some of the technical issues sorted with some of the guys' connections. Key down the inside though on Sean. Wanted to put on a shot. I did say it wasn't the last of this battle. And now Sean is on the back of Key once again. He's just hanging back slightly. I think he's going to let Key have this one. And fair play, I think, to Sean. Doesn't want to come back. Marcus, in the meantime, has got the move done on Conti. Not sure if Conti misjudged his braking point there, but it certainly looked like it because he's not responding back with any weaving. Marcus Looney's up to 8th. Got Maze through on YWR Storm as well. He's recovering well, actually. Some of the pit stops that have happened. The Altman, obviously, 5-second time penalty. Charlie down near the back of the field. Well, Congan into the pits from second. Maze, though, has got the move done on YWR Storm. All of this adding to a TTG Academy dominance in the first race, it seems. But nothing is said and done until we get to Abu Dhabi. At the end of Abu Dhabi, we should have the provisional point score coming up on Mini League within Discord, hopefully. I'm banking on that. I'm banking on there being a provisional point system, or provisional pointers. Key actually runs very much deep through turn 3, completely overjudged his braking point, and Sean is allowed to have that one. Sean is through and he's up to P3. Bit of a rare mistake, to be honest, from Key. Might be just overheating the tyres slightly. He has been on nose for nigh on 8 laps now when he comes to the end of this one. There's a leading, Chubb second, Sean in third, Key in fourth. Axe's doing best out of the YWR guys at this moment in time. Good to see, actually, Axe's doing very well. And just in terms of position gains, he's one of the big position gainers. Storm down from 15th up to 6th, up to 6th. And Axenes gained 8 positions from 13th up to 5th. So fantastic result for both of these guys on an individual basis. Probably going to be going for my driver of the race here. My overall driver of the day, of course, will come at the end of this event. Volokongan, though, under pressure from YWR Marcus. You can see a little bit of lag at the final corner. Nothing too much, though. Volokongan on fresher tyres. Marcus just lagging, and he's going to lag inside of him if he's not careful. Oh, very close. And again, just see the bit of lag that is picking up. We've still got Key and Sean, round 3 between these two. The Academy guys running downhill now through turn 4. Sean on the inside line, Key on the outside line. Of course, these guys will be in the same party as each other. They don't want to make any contact because one of them will be inevitably more frustrated than the other. But Sean through and he's up to 3rd, and we've also missed Marcus through on Volokongan. Volokongan might have just ran a little bit wide through turn 3, so that now judges Marcus up into 7th position. So Marcus through and he's up to 7th, Volokongan down into 8th. It's bringing Conti into play. He's on 7-lap all mediums, but he is beginning to come into play as well. Everyone, as you see on your screen, is on a set of medium compound of tyres. We are slowly approaching the end of this race. We have just started lap 15. There's still that good battle between Key and Sean going on. Trying to flick to the battles that are very much closest. I do apologise if you want to see your favourite driver or anything like that. I'm just purely trying to go on board with the action that is the closest, I think, out on track. And speaking of which, Key is just going to absolutely sail past Sean. No response from Sean. Key's going to be up to 3rd position here. Very good to watch, even if there is a little bit of team tactics going on here. It's nothing like, it's not really that. It is great to see a good battle, I've got to be honest. It is great to see a very good battle, even between two teammates out on track like there is tonight. And we've got the same as well with Marcus and Volakongan. Volakongan just hasn't looked like he's got the pace currently on Marcus. Marcus might be the right-hand man. Volakongan might be the right-hand man of Marcus, I should say. Conti has lost 0.5 of a second, purely because Volakongan now is up towards he's in P8 currently out on track. Maze in the meantime on the back of YWR Storm. Crazy Meister is under pressure here as well. YWR Storm is trying to drag along Maze into Crazy Meister. YWR try and seal as many points as possible. Mashiro's had an absolute horrible race, if I've got to be honest. On an individual basis, he's had a horror of a race. The Japanese man, I'm sure he'll come back stronger in Abu Dhabi. But once again, we get the Sean and Key battle, and I mean, Sean's now through up to P3. Volakongan, in the meantime, is going to absolutely waltz past Marcus up the hill through turn 2. Volakongan through and he's up to 7th. That might be the positions as they stand it. Let's run on board though with this battle. It's a developing battle between the guys in 10th, 11th and 12th. Crazy Meister was the first to come into the pits. He's now under pressure from Storm and YWR Storm and TTG Maze in behind. You can see the heavy braking points that they got, all three of them, to be honest, take down towards turn 3. Run on board with YWR Storm, trying to get the move done on Crazy Meister. Crazy Meister cutting to the inside line. He doesn't want to defend, to be honest, of his teammates that much. He had a 5/10 gap. It wasn't like Storm was going to get a jet-propelled rocket booster up his rear end and cover the back of Crazy Meister there, but Crazy Meister had to defend the position nonetheless. He felt threatened, but he didn't feel threatened enough because he's still in 10th position. Storm in 11th, Maze in 12th. While Kongan in the meantime has been overtaken by Marcus. That was through turn 1, and Marcus has picked up a 3-second time penalty. There are blue flags just ahead, so there is a car in the way. I think that's Charlie might be getting lapped by the leaders. Bjartman has picked up a 3-second time penalty through turn 9. Now that is off turn 8, one of the two. Mashiro though, really good pace from the Japanese man. He's slowly coming into play. Here comes Maze on the back of YWR Storm. Is Maze going to be committed enough to go for the move? Yes, he is. Down into the inside of turn 3, trying to get the move done. Storm just over braking himself slightly, but now down the hill it's a straight drag race. Both of them have got DRS. Who's got the quicker setup? It looks like it's Storm at this stage, and he's running in the toe of Crazy Meister, and Maze has got, nearly into the back of Crazy Meister. Goodness me. Crazy Meister 3-second time penalty, and he's trying to hold Maze up here. Mashiro was in behind as well. Storm just misjudged his line. Mashiro now down the inside. Maze trying to go around the outside of YWR Storm now. On the final lap of the race, and Maze careers on around the outside. Mashiro, oh my goodness me, very close to contact between them both. Storm just struggling with his tyres, maybe. And Maze now, Mashiro, nearly side by side through turn 9 and then through turn 10. Still got Key and Sean battling. Down the hill, there's the yellow flag off. That's Charlie through turn 6. That is off. So much going on, I'm losing my voice. Sean and Key still battling. They're side by side coming up towards turn 6. Goodness me, is one of them going to try and outdo the other? Key on the back of Sean, not quite. It looks like it's going to be Laser coming out on top. Through the final he comes. Laser has shown the pace, and I've got a prediction right. Laser wins. From Chubbs in second. It is a TTG 1, 2, 3, 4 regardless. Key is trying to hammer Sean into the final corner. Can he get him on the drag race across the line? He can't. Sean is going to finish in 3rd. Key will finish in 4th, but on penalties Key is up to 3rd. Sean is 4th. Axinez has actually gained on Sean, so YWR gain up to 4th. Storm across the line in 6th. Marcus across the line in 7th. Volakongan 8th. Conti in 9th. Good race there by Conti. Actually jumps a position on Volakongan due to his penalty. Crazy Meister across the line in 10th. Mashiro's actually going to come across the line in 11th. Maze been overtaken on the final lap there. So Crazy Meister across the line in 10th. Mashiro across the line in 11th. Maze actually gains a position on Mashiro. There's Bjartman coming across the line. 5-second time penalty. He shouldn't weave like that when he's got a 5-second time penalty. But he's happy with the result, and he outperforms YWR Storm and Charlie as well. YWR Storm across the line to finish in 14th position. But that's the end of race 1 in the Austrian Grand Prix, the Grosser Preis von Österreich, and that goes the way of Laser for TTG Academy, showing why he should be in the main team. I think he's put himself on note, I think, with that performance as Laser. But congratulations to Laser on the win, and we'll be getting going very soon for Abu Dhabi for race 2. As I say, it is 8:30 now, so I will have to nip off literally for possibly 3 or 4 minutes, and I'll be back in a jiffy. I'll be back as soon as I can. Hopefully no one-shot qualifying will be missed, but I'll run through the grid order in the meantime. The final grid order, of course, and penalties could be applied afterwards, but Laser takes the win from Chubbs in second, Key in third, Axnes in fourth. Good drive by Axnes. He nearly got third, which I predicted. But he gets my driver of the race nonetheless. Sean in fifth, Storm in sixth, Marcus in seventh, Conti in eighth, Olakongan in ninth, Crazy Meister in 10th, Maze with no penalties in 11th, Mashivo in 12th, Bjartman in 13th, Storm in 14th, and Charlie finishing in 15th position. And the driver that lost connection for YWR will be coming back very soon indeed. I think he might be in the lobby now. But first round goes to Laser, and first blood goes to the TTG Academy. Who will get the final blood? Well, you'll find out in a couple of minutes. I will be back. Oh, I've had my running shoes on, and there we are. I am back. Just literally done in the nick of time. Seems like we are taking a little break before race 1. Don't judge those points, by the way, on your screen. That's just within the lobby. The point system for the mini league is different. Of course, 25 points for first, 22 points for second, 20 points for third, and it goes down in small increments right the way down to 20th position. And as you can tell, I'm absolutely shattered because I've just run up the stairs. Oh. Let's tune in though and see what you guys have been saying in the comment section. I feel like I've been forgetting all of you guys here tonight in the comment section. Hopefully you guys are doing very well indeed. Let me have a look then and see what we've got going on in the comments section. Oh, Gaming Ollie saying, good luck to everyone. I was also supposed to be on track, but something came up, so at least I can be here and cheer for my drivers. Pariah, that is. He's the team principal for YWR. Rifleman, yeah, unfortunately he disconnected. It's good to see his connection is back up and running, and now we've got him into the lobby, and we've also got another driver of Zatanum back into the lobby as well. So, best of luck to everyone out on track. Zero coming in and saying, let's go TTG. Plenty of connections, I think, going wrong. As you can tell, I'm still out of breath. I will try and commentate you guys through one-shot qualifying. You have no idea where that one driver is. It's like racing Doctor Who. That is probably one of the best comments I think I've ever seen in an inter-team battle. That is fantastic. Of course, I think he means about Bjartman. Hopefully the connections will have sorted itself out. Hopefully there is a stronger base for a connection here as well. And I'm sure this is something, obviously, with Conti being host and with it being on a Dutch server as opposed to a British server, we would probably get a little bit of a lag connection, if almost, out on track. But I'm sure it is something that we can have a look back on in the future if we were to run another inter-team event between Academy and YWR. I'm sure it's something that we will look at and focus on for the future, and probably it'll be on the new game as well. This might be the final inter-team battle you will see on F1 2019. But one-shot qualifying about to begin. We're just waiting on a couple of drivers to ready up, and we'll get our driver of our choice. It was Volokongan last time we went on board with him one-shot qualifying. Is it going to be him again? Let's find out. It is going to be him again. It's Volokongan once again. So we're here under the night lights here at midnight for Abu Dhabi. Across the line we go with Volokongan. From Shiro, Chelbs, Marcus going through turn 1 on top. Volokongan through turn 1, very nicely indeed. Good to see 17 drivers out on track underneath the floodlights here in Abu Dhabi. Traditional course for the season finale. It's a 17.4 first sector from Volokongan. Well done there in 16th position. You want to be setting, if you want to set a good lap time around here, you want to be setting sub 17 through the first sector. And I know some of the guys normally go 16.5, 16.6 sometimes through the first sector. Those guys are very quick, by the way. Chubbs, Laser, Marcus, Mashiro up towards the front end of the field. We will stay on both with Volokongan as he comes down towards turns 8 and 9, down into the first chicane out on track. First proper chicane out on track at the end of the braking zone. Over the bump through turn 10. Hopefully nobody going to be hanging like a cow there. Volokongan now towards turn 11. And this is now down towards the end of the middle sector. To 58 flat through the middle sector for Volokongan. Just misses apex there slightly. But going through, you can see a lot of change. Chubbs, I think, has just invalidated his lap. The Volokongan now through the chicane. Now we are on the Marina Bay. We are literally at the Yas Marina circuit. We're now going past the bay, underneath the grandstands now, through turns 18 and 19, and then towards the final two double right-handers at 20 and 21. Volokongan looking good, getting very close to the wall there. I've seen quite a few drivers been it there before. Volokongan in the meantime goes way wide through turn 20 and is invalidated. He can tell. Laser though in the meantime comes in and is 6/10 quicker than Mashiro. So Laser once again puts himself in the prime spot for the Academy to take it out on top. We go on board with Conti there, finishing up in 11th position. But there's Laser who takes pole, and I think it's Mashiro in second as well. And yeah, just to confirm that, Laser on top from Mashiro in second, Marcus in third. Only 3 drivers getting within a second of Laser. Key in fourth, Sean in fifth, Rifleman in sixth. Good to see. Really good lap there from Rifleman. Second best of the YWR guys. Charlie in 7th, Axnes in 8th, Storm in 9th, Bjartman in 10th, Conti in 11th, Crazy Meister in 12th, Maze in 13th, YWR, Storm 14th, Zatenum in 15th, Volokongan in 16th and Chubbs in 17th. Both of them invalidated that laps at respective points. Chubbs, I think it was through turn 11, Volokongan was through the second to last corner out on track. We are here once again though in Abu Dhabi, and we are preparing for another 25% race. It's 14 laps around here that the guys are going to do. Let's have a look at the trusty and fabled track map that I always have up. It won't be coming up on your screens. I'm just going to go through the main points out on track. So, Very technical first sector through turn 3, where we can catch quite a few people out. We normally call that death corner in some of the leagues that I've commentated on in the past. Hopefully we don't see anybody bin it through turn 3. Then through the tight and twisty section of 5 and 6, down the long 1 kilometre straight between 7 and 8, down into the heavy braking zone of the first chicane, first proper chicane out on track, then through the F2 pit straight, through turn 10 and down into the 11, 12, 13 braking point, and that is through, of course, the end of the sector 2. And then we go into the very technical final sector as well. Turn 19 can catch people out. I have seen people bin it in the wall there before. I got to hope nobody does it here tonight. But turn 19, turn 3, and certainly the chicane through 13 could catch people out on track tonight here in Abu Dhabi. And of course, top 10 having to qualify on the same tyre that they've already qualified on, so they're all on a set of soft compound tyres. Interesting mix though in the strategies, and this is where we see the inter-team battle really come into play with some of the strategies that the team decide to opt for. So Volokongan and Chubbs, both of them have elected right at the bottom of the field in 16th and 17th to go for a set of medium compound of tyres. Well, what does this mean? This medium compound of tyre will get him towards about lap 8, lap 9, but they've got to be wary of that tyre wear on a set of softs. Tyre wear around here, something like 4-5% on a set of softs, 4% certainly on a set of mediums per lap, and they will begin to degrade at a faster rate as you get through every single lap that you complete. So I think maybe the wiser strategy might be to go on the mediums in a 25% race, in a normal race around here. Obviously, with it being an inter-team battle, it is all to play for. I will apologise in advance about any coughing that I do. I've been suffering with a bit of hay fever, a bit of a sore throat for, I would say, about 4 weeks now, to be honest, and I still can't get rid of it. So it is hay fever season here in the UK, which is unfortunate, but you're going to have to put up with it, I'm afraid. Later in Mashiro, looking through a beautiful Yas Marina Bay there, through turn 19, and that is one of the pinnacle points out on track where it could cause a few problems. Hopefully we're going to see some great action out on track, and hopefully we've got the appetite for some good overtaking as well. It is once again Academy against YWR. You are tuning in for round 2 here in Abu Dhabi for race 2 of the evening. That is literally the inter-team battle over and done with after tonight. And you want to hear my prediction? Well, my prediction is Mashiro for the win, Laser for second, and for third, let's go Axnes again. I'm going to have to put him in there. He was quite pacey in Austria, didn't really show it, and obviously in clean air he tried to make ground quite quick. Beautiful back shot of the cars. If we can get a front shot, that'll be awesome. But the 5 red lights are about to go out on this inter-team battle here in Abu Dhabi for race 2. And it's lights out, away we go. Better start by Laser this time. Gets the jump on Mashiro, and in fact Mashiro gets away quicker, and Marcus even gets away quicker than Laser. Oh, Marcus and Mashiro make contact through turn 1. Very close to the back end. There's a guy around in the background. I think that's Axnes that has lost it. Typical, my prediction has gone down the Swanee already. Mashiro though leads by 0.5 of a second through the first sector. Bjorkman lagging in the background. Charlie having a bit of a coming together there, and I think Mays and Conti have had a bit of contact further down the field. Conti certainly has had a spin. Mays is having a right fight, I think, with Axnes, and Mays just getting a little bit sandwiched in there with Volokongan, I should say. Mashiro though leads down the straight. You can see the little swivelling snake, as I like to call it, with drivers trying to pick up the DRS and the slipstream, certainly on lap 1. Bjorkman down the inside of Storm. These two once again have a bit of a coming together. Nobody hanging like a cow there through turn 10, but Storm has got the move done on Bjorkman. That was a clean move. Even with the desync, it was a clean move, and Storm has thrown it up to 7th. Bjorkman trying to fight his TARDIS out on track, and again, you can see the severe desync that is going on from Bjorkman's car. In the meantime, switch back from Chubb, trying to go down the inside of Crazy Meister. This is halfway down the field in 10th and 11th. And the guy on a set of mediums trying to outpace the guy on a set of softs. Crazy Meister and Chubbs. This is through 17. Through 18 and 19, the Tenham is wide through in the background. Oh, and he rejoins track in a little bit of a dangerous manner. Nearly collects Mays there. This has to rejoin better in the future, I think. Chubbs on the back of Crazy Meister, but it is Mashiro who leads at the end of lap 1 from Marcus in second. Laser is in third, and the front three putting a bit of a gap away to Sean, who was going to fight with Key once again. Rifleman has had a good start up to 6th. Let's have a look at the position gains of everyone individually. I mean, Chubbs has gained 6 positions. Everyone else has either gained 2 or 1, and the most positions lost is Conti, who has lost 6 positions. Axnes, after that half spin, is down, and Conti, in fact, has gone through turn 2 and he's out. So Conti is out of the race. The Dutchman out of the race, unfortunately. Hopefully he'll be keeping the lobby up and running. Laser on the back of Marcus Club in the meantime. This is for second. And you can see no DRS enabled just yet. DRS will be enabled the next time around. But Laser trying to get onto the back of Marcus. Of course, the DRS will only be enabled halfway around the lap. Axnes in the meantime against Storm. YWR Storm this is, and Axnes is through. So Axnes is through and he's up to 12th. Good move there by the Norwegian on his fellow countryman and on his fellow teammate as well. Mashiro though, under pressure from Marcus. Marcus definitely having some good pace about him here in Abu Dhabi. He's looking to try and gain on the dual TTL F1 League 2 champion of Mashiro. Will Mashiro be put under any amount of pressure? I think he will. YWR man will look to put Mashiro into forcing him into a mistake, force the driver into a mistake, and he's also going to try and force Laser into a mistake as well. He's in a very tricky scenario here. He's in a bit of a sandwich really with the academy guys, but Mashiro and Laser have got to be forced, I think, into a mistake by Marcus on both occasions. That's the only way I can probably see him getting patched. Mashiro the leads across the line to start lap 3. DRS now enabled. Marcus in second. Mashiro one's very wide there through turn 1. Doesn't gain an advantage as a result. Actually goes back to his traditional time of 0.6 of a second through there, and just gains through turn 1. Not really much time gain there from Mashiro. Later on the back, G Storm making good ground. He's on the back of Rifleman now, but we are going to get quite a few battles in a short space of time, so if I miss anything I will apologise in advance. Later though, on the back of Marcus, who has got the straight line speed running down. Has Marcus got the straight line speed to catch Mashiro? Let's have a look. Don't think he's going to be close enough. The battle for the lead is not going to happen down in towards turn 9. Turns 8 and 9 that is. Storm trying to go around the outside of Rifleman. This is into the chicane. Trying to go switch back. Beautiful judgment there actually by Rifleman. But now, just forcing a bit of mistake. Here comes Storm around the outside. Here comes Marcus for the lead of the race as well. We're going to have to cut to the lead of the race. Marcus down the inside of Mashiro, trying to get the move done. A little bit of contact between them both. I think Marcus was always going to have that one done. There was a bit of end plate damage actually that has came off the car of Mashiro. Marcus threw into the lead of the race. Arguably, I think he was ahead at the time. Mashiro might have just backed out a little bit quicker and let Laser through. So I think Mashiro will have to journey into the pit lane. Storm in the meantime has got Rifleman done through turn 10 and then to the straight through turn 11. Bjorkman is on the back of Rifleman as well. Chubbs has made a great start. Oh, you can see, goodness me, he was like a TARDIS jumping through there. Goodness me. Like a jumping kangaroo he's trying to do. Oh, and Bjorkman, sorry, that's Rifleman that is off. Rifleman has had a horrible mistake. Has he gone into the wall, in fact? Let's have a look. He hasn't. Rifleman little recovers. He's into the pit lane. Not sure what happened there. Looked like a total snap of oversteer, to be honest, from Rifleman. Bjorkman like it inside of Chubbs. Just again with the desync. Bjorkman is off. Through turn 3, and he is out of the race eventually. He's gone through the Armco barrier and he's out of the race. In the meantime, Laser and Marcus fighting for the lead of the race. Mashiro obviously into the pits after that damage. Here comes the Dutchman. You can see the red light flashing, trying to conserve a bit of ERS there, Marcus. But Laser is through. Makes the job done. Pariah has joined as well. There's a little through into the lead of the race. Marcus in second, Sean in third. Bjorkman very unlucky, I think, with his desync that was occurring. Hopefully it will be fixed, as I say, and hopefully it will be taken on board as well. Marcus now down the inside of Laser. This is for the lead of the race. Trying to get the move done. YWR against Academy, and the Academy man has to give way. Marcus is through, and he's up into the lead of the race. Chubbs is through, and he's up to 5th as well. Chubbs is making remarkable progress through the field. He's getting 12 positions already, and Chubbs is on an absolute mission through the field. Towards the end of lap 4 here, YWR Storm picks up a 3-second time penalty. Laser, underneath the grandstand now, through 18 and 19, is on the back of Marcus. Marcus has got to try and make Laser blink to come into the pits earlier than him. Undercut is quite potent around here, especially if you go on a set of softs. Chubbs will be at a major advantage in that case towards the end. Keys into the pitch from the lead of the race, from 4th I should say. Chubbs new fast slap the race on a set of mediums. You can tell how fast these softs are going off. Laser in the meantime is trying to put Marcus under pressure. I'll tell you what, Laser switches to the inside. Couldn't get the move done down towards 7-4. Wise scenario that I think from Laser. He had a superior run. He could have even tried to go for the move there, to be honest, but he didn't want to put himself or Marcus at risk. And that's the best scenario I think we can have from both of them. Both of them stay clean. Marcus still in the lead of the race for now, but you can probably see where this one is going to be going, because Laser on the outside line hasn't got the ability of slipstream, and Marcus in the end doesn't decide to fight back. Actually tries to force Laser into a bit of a mistake, and now Marcus trying to switch back. He's got superior pace now, has Marcus. He's got the ERS open to ERS mode 4, and the DRS open as well. Energy recovery and drag recovery, and he's trying to go around the outside of him. Laser having none of that, forced him off track. Marcus forced to cut across, and Laser, I think he got chopped up there, to be honest, by Marcus. I'm not sure what occurred. For Marcus in the lead of the race. Camera angle was a bit shocking there, but it almost looked like Marcus might have cut across, possibly to gain an advantage that really wasn't there. And Laser might have just got chopped up. I'm not sure. That's my assumption of it, of what's happened. But Marcus in the lead of the race, and he's going to blink first and he's into the pits. Laser's going to continue. Volokongan is round through turn 17, that is. So Volokongan having a mistake. Access Crazy Meister is through. Must have just outbroke himself on the braking point. It's a little lead. Sean in second. Chubbs now up to third. Marcus into the pits on a set of mediums. Storm. There is Axnes into the pits as well. How much time will Laser gain on Marcus? This will be for the lead of the race. Marcus will be coming out of the pit shortly. Goes underneath the tunnel and now comes out just ahead of YWR Storm. That's a great scenario, I think, for him to be out in. Marcus out of the pits, 18.5 seconds. Is that enough for Laser to try and produce a remarkable overlap on Marcus? Remains to be seen, I think. Chubbs trying to close in on Sean. You see, we've had a very good battle in the past in TTLF1 League 1. Both of them took part in, of course, Sean and Chubbs. Both having a good battle. 0.2 of a second separating. Interteam battle. Don't think there's anything Interteam about this. Chubbs around the outside, superior pace. Sean in the end, just so you can tell, he just let him through. Chubbs through and he's up into second position. We've got, in the meantime, YWR Storm and Key. Key just got to be careful. Going to try and go for the move that is there, and in fact, he just easily gets past YWR Storm. Not putting up a battle there. Tries to outbreak himself, tries to outbreak Key, in fact, into the chicane there. He picking up the 3-second time penalty as a result. YWR Storm wanting to come back. He's just got to be careful. He just looks like he's overcutting the curb slightly. Probably picking up warnings in the process. Just got to be careful on the penalties front. We are now halfway through once again in Abu Dhabi as we go on to lap 7. Laser is in from the lead of the race. Let's see what his pit stop is like. Dutchman, very quick pit stop from his pit garage. He's actually got held up in the pits there, so I think Marcus can have a distinct advantage, and he will, because there is Laser just about to come into the pit entry now, and there is Marcus past. So actually Marcus, the undercut, has worked for him an absolute treat, and he's now... Laser's now down into P3. Technically out on track, with Chubb still going as well. So Laser has been put under a lot of pressure by Marcus. Marcus blinked first. It worked. Simple as that. It worked, and Marcus now essentially net leads the race out on track. Good for YWR if they want to have a chance of getting back at the academy. In the meantime, Key and Laser, we take this from Mashiro's point of view, these three are going to have a right go. And look at Mashiro's closing speed here. Trying to get Key. Key could lose 2 positions here. Mashiro and Key, both of these guys, teammates last season in TTLF1 League 2. Not teammates this time around. Mashiro gets the move done. Key trying to go for the switchback. He could try and come back, but both of them are going to be on the drag reduction system. Key's looking quicker, trying to go around the outside here down into turn 11, but I think team orders will prevail, and Mashiro will stay in P4, Key in P5 for now. But I've got to be honest, Key, in a straight line, go for it. Go for it. I don't care if he's your teammate, I don't care if it's for team, but efforts for team orders. I want to see a very good battle between them both. Mashiro and Key, 4th and 5th still. Key, I think, just arguably looking a little bit quicker down the straights. Wolakongan, in the meantime, has gone past Maze further down the field. Wolakongan on a set of softs. Will be quite warm towards the end of the race. They can only last around 7 or 8 laps around here. Wolakongan in P12, Maze in P13. Currently out on track. Softs against mediums. Wolakongan will try and gain on Crazy Meister as well. Wolakongan had good pace actually in Austria in race 1. He's now trying to ensure he gets that back. Obviously he made a mistake early on in the race as well, so it's put him well down the field. Sean in the meantime on Key. Oh, and Key just lets Sean through. That's not really like great to see. Sean is through and he's up into 5th position. Key into 6th. And obviously you can probably tell that the Academy, I think, are going to win this one. Let's say they had superior pace and more consistency earlier on. And I think I meant it, to be honest. YWR have had a foothold in, to be honest. Marcus is net leading the race currently out on track. They're having a foothold in the race. But in general, I think YWR, Axne is having a bit of contact early on in the race. Hasn't gone his way. Rifleman as well, I think, getting held up. Wolakongan in the meantime goes past Crazy Meister, regardless, I think, of these guys. Oh, and Crazy Meister actually just judges his breaking point completely. Nearly went into the back of his YWR teammate. Wolakongan up into P11. He can now set his sights on Rifleman, and Axne is ahead. Certainly on Rifleman, but again on Axne is a different thing. Axne and Charlie now, though. These two have had a good battle again in TTL F1 League 2 back in the day. Charlie and Axne about to do battle once again. This time between TTG Academy and YWR. If you have liked all of the action that has been going out on track here tonight, please do like, comment and subscribe. Every like is essentially a virtual high five to say I've done a good job, these guys on track have done a good job, and everyone behind the scenes on TTTV has done a good job as well. Learning the Joe Wicks way, I think, there with that one, to be honest. Chubbs leading the way. Gap really not closing down actually out in front. Let's go on board with him. There is Chubbs. There is Marcus, right in the distance of shot. That is 11.1 seconds for you. The distance of the straight there, pretty much. Chubbs leads. Wolakongan picks up a 3-second time penalty. A little bit stale though, to be honest, once again. Chubbs just trying to maintain that gap. He's trying to go as far as possible on these set of mediums to try and get back at these guys towards the end of the race. He should be coming out, I think, in and around Key Storm sort of area, maybe just in behind that possibly. Anywhere around 6 to 8 you should expect Chubbs to come out in. It might even be 5th, I'm not sure. I'm not a mind reader, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I'm just, in theory, Chubbs should be out in and around 6th and 7th. And we're right on board with him actually. Charlie has been overtaken by Axnes. That was through the chicane, I think. And in fact, these two are having a good battle up towards the chicane. Axnes and Charlie. I'd say they had a good battle in TTL F1 League 2 back in the day. Chubbs into the pitch from the lead of the race. Charlie on the back of Axnes. And Axnes managing to get past Charlie. Next up for Axnes, another fabled TTL F1 League 2 rival. It's TTG still. Most of these guys, of course, raced in TTL F1 League 2 last season. Sean Chubbs being the exception from TTG. I think everyone else, bar some of the guys I haven't commentated on before, have been in League 2 of TTTV last season. TTL F1 League 2 last season. Chubbs, in fact, I did say he might come out in 5th. He has. Chubbs came out in 5th. He's behind Sean, and I think precedence will be taken for Chubbs because he's now on the back of Sean. Two TTL F1 League 1 drivers about to do battle here. We'll go on board with the Axes and Charlie battle in just a second as well, but Chubbs now aiming to get this move done on Sean. Again, it's been an Interteam battle. I think Sean might just let him have this one. He realises he's coming. We'll go for the left hand side. Chubbs is through. You can see him get back into the slipstream. He's through and he's up to P4. Charlie in the meantime, trying to close up on Axnes. Whoa, very late on the brakes. Round the outside he goes. Charlie, I tell you what, that is move of the race. Charlie has sent one right around the outside of Axnes. Gotta be honest, Axnes does not have a hope in hell there, to be honest. He's going to try and come back down towards turn 11. Has he got enough speed in that car? Has he got enough ERS? He's on the inside. Charlie gets the move done. Phenomenal piece of driving. Axner's trying to stick his ear in there as well. He couldn't quite do it. Charlie is through with a sensational move around the outside. He's through and he's up to 8th. And that is what you like to see. What a clean move that was. Charlie and Axner's, I've got to take it to you as well done. Absolutely unreal. It is Marcus though who leads. Laser trying to eat into that gap. 2.1 seconds the gap as they come across the line to start lap 11. Chubbs in 3rd, Mashiro in 4th. Chubbs has now got a big task on his hand. Does he want the win? My apologies. Does he want the win out on track? Does Chubbs want that win out on track? I think in 3rd position, and I know at the rate of closure that he will be gaining on these guys through every single corner he goes through, I would be honest and say go for it. Go for it. He should be about, what, 3.5 seconds off the back towards the end of the race. Or towards the end of this lap, I should say. So watch out for that. Axels is going to try and come back at Charlie here. He's better run by Axels this time. Charlie trying to break the toe. You can see him. He's switching to the right-hand side to try and break a toe. Now to the left. He's got enough time to weave down the straight. Oh, and Axels is going to go into the back of him. Oh, very close. Axels just misjudged his braking point. Charlie, I think, let him in for a full sense of a sense of falsehood there, to be honest. And Charlie making Axnes make a mistake, essentially that was. Charlie's through and he's up to 8th. Axnes still in 9th position for now. He will not give up on this fight. He's going to try and do a Charlie, I think, around the outside of Charlie. Rifleman in 10th position, 8 seconds off at this stage. Maze and Crazy Meister having a good ding-dong down towards turn 11 this is. 12th position out on track, but remember, all point scoring positions, 15th, down to 15th, will be taken. Of course, Beltman and Conti, both of them DNFing out of the race. They do not score any points whatsoever for their teams. Maze on the back, very late on the brakes there compared to Crazy Meister, who was a tad early. Maze on 8 lap ball mediums, looks like he's honestly just came into this race. He's on the back of Crazy Meister, and better luck this time in an Austria. Axel's 3 second time penalty. He's getting on Charlie, 9/10 of a second the gap. In fact, he's just losing time, I think, for Charlie. I'll correct myself there. Oh, Maze sideways at the final corner. And a very low 4th gear. You don't really want to be doing that, to be honest, through the final corner. Very high 3rd gear, I tend to find, is the better way to go there. Sean, in the meantime, is going to absolutely sail past Mashiro. Mashiro has not had the right way of things here out on track. And I've got to be honest, this could be a big turning point for Mashiro. Obviously, it's the multiplayer cards, but an event like this, we could see the pecking order for TTML next season. Mashiro is just going to absolutely sail past Sean back again. I've just had my own words, I think, there with that one. Mashiro sails past Sean once again, and he's up into P4. Chubbs, though, gaining 2.4 seconds. Is it enough to get to Laser? And is it enough to get to Marcus for the win? Marcus leading 1.1 seconds. Marcus under pressure, actually, now from Laser. Laser is eating his way into this advantage. He's chomping at the bit to try and get onto the final 2 laps, to try and get the win here for the Academy team. But you've got to take your hat off to Marcus. He's played an absolute blinder, pitting early than Laser, gaining the upper hand. And Laser, I think he knew Laser's pace towards the end of the race. He is very right in that. But Chubbs is quicker than both of them. Chubbs is quicker than both of them. Another 4/10 gained through the first sector. Rifleman picks up a 3 second time penalty out on track. Hopefully you guys have really enjoyed this Interteam battle. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the commentary as well. As I say, like, comment, subscribe, everything like that. There's a yellow flag through sector 3. There is a spinner through the final corner. It's Volakongan through the final corner. I think he's got caught on the bump on the outside curve. Volakongan is round. Down into P13. It gives Maze now up ahead of Volakongan. So that's quite important. Sean on the back of Mashiro. Sean down the inside, gets the move done once again. But knowing Mashiro, he's going to probably come back at this one. Crazy Meister 3 seconds on, police for multiple warnings. There was another penalty picked up there as well. Here comes Mashiro. You can see where this one's going. Volakongan is round through sector 2. The storm has been let through. Mashiro and the outside through to 4th. Look at the gap for the lead, Marcus. His pace has dropped off completely. He knew Laser would be closing him at the end of the race. I don't think he had enough of a gap. Laser now on the back. If Marcus decides to hold up Laser, it could bring Chubbs into play. So this could work one of two ways. It could work for an absolute treat for the YWR man, or it could work for an absolute treat for possibly Chubbs to actually get this win. Final lap of the race we go, and it's all decided on this lap. Marcus leads by 0.5 of a second. Laser is in second. Look at the pace though, that Laser is showing. Trying to close in, but look at the gap that Chubbs is just eating into this advantage. He would want another lap or two, I think, in this race. The tyres really coming to the end of their life cycle, essentially out on track, but Marcus doing a good job out in front. Laser is going to come at him and come at him hard down the straight. It is 0.5 of a second down the straight. He'd be hoping that Laser runs out suddenly out of fuel. He's going to have a try at him down into the second chicane. Second chicane for Marcus. No, Ferrari will be looking on for sure. Marcus though leading still. Laser in second. Marcus gets a good run out here. Laser might not come back. And that is a perfect run for Marcus. In fact, Laser gets a little bit of time. Chubbs is closing in. Sean and Mashiro are battling. Here comes Laser though. This is for the lead of the race. He needs this. He switches to the outside. Laser not going to go for the move. And Marcus could have just been handed the win. Or has Marcus got a time penalty? Is that what Laser is thinking? All drama here in Abu Dhabi. Marcus is hanging on for absolute grim life out here on track. Laser, oh, nearly into the back of him, very late on the brakes. Goodness me, I thought he overcommitted it slightly. Nearly like Karlsbad Recon last night in Germany. Marcus though, corner, it's going to have to be a late last corner lunge from Laser if he wants this. Marcus runs wide, it's going to be a drag race to the line. Can Laser get him? It's Marcus who wins, but Laser stood him behind. He knew that Marcus had a 3-second time penalty. Good reading the scenario there. Laser takes it. It's 2 out of 2 for him. Chubbs wanted another lap to actually get the win there. Finishing in second. Marcus drove a sensational race in third. Mashiro's finished in fourth. Sean in fifth. Storm in the end in sixth. He's going to drop down as a result of penalties. Charlie in seventh. Key in eighth. Axel in ninth. He's got the same amount of penalties as Key, so he doesn't pick up eighth position, unfortunately. Rifleman across the line in 10th, but Maze is still on the back of Crazy Meister. Crazy Meister's done a good job. Maze, 3-second time. I believe that might be the final nail in the coffin for him. Crazy Meister across the line in 11th. Maze in 12th actually gained as a result of Crazy Meister's penalties. YWR Storm in 13th. Driven well, the Norwegian. Across the line. Lakongan going to cross the line in 14th as well. And Zatenham just hasn't had a look in there at all in 15th. He will get round for YWR, hopefully. I hope I've not cursed him there. Volakongan though and Zatenham. They've got to come across the line to pick up the points. And Volakongan round the final 2 corners. He has picked up left side end plate damage on that car. Fights it through the final corner. Volakongan round in 14th. Stops across the line pretty much. And Zatenham is going to be across the line in 15th position. Come on board, across the line he goes. And Zatenham finishes in 15th. But what a finale in Abu Dhabi. A great Interteam battle it has been, and I think the TTG Academy have taken it on points in a quite comfortable manner, if I've got to be honest. But on an individual level, Laser has taken 2 out of 2, and as I said in the first race, get this guy promoted to the main team. Honestly, he looks like he could be the future of the Academy, if I've got to be honest, and I say that with very high regard. But Laser takes both win out on track. In the end though, I think Marcus takes my driver of the race. My overall driver of the day, of course, will be decided by the results of how these guys have done. Laser arguably could take driver of the day, but Laser has won. Chubbs, in fact, I'm going to say he's my driver of the race. From 17th up to 2nd, Chubbs will get my driver of the race. We'll share it actually between Chubbs and Marcus, so both of them get my driver of the race. 2nd and 3rd for them both. Mashiro's finished in 4th. Not quite a few penalties further down the field, but not many up the top half. Sean, Storm, Charlie 5th, 6th and 7th, but Axner is down in 9th behind Key in 8th. Rifleman in the end in 10th. He got his connection up and going. He finished in 10th. Good performance from him. Maze in 11th. Crazy Meister in 12th. YWR Storm is 13th. Volakongan is in 14th. Zatenham in 15th. Bjartman and Conti unfortunately don't pick up any points. That's just the name of the game. They're in 16th and 17th. They might show on your screens in that way. but they do not pick up any sort of points at all, which is unfortunate, I know. And I know the YWR team and the TTG Academy team will be disappointed by that, but that is just how it goes at the end of the day. That is racing for you. But fantastic action out on track from everyone. Really good driving. My move of the race had to be Charlie around the outside of Axnes. Absolutely creamed him around the outside. Unbelievable. Inches apart. That's what we like to see. A beautiful nightlight fireworks display going off there in Abu Dhabi. That is the end of tonight's Interteam battle. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'm sure we will be doing more of these in the future. Until then though, tomorrow night we have got Competitive Racing Club. We are back for the LMP3s. It's going to be a wet one in Barcelona. Myself and Ash Richardson are going to be taking you through that one. 007 Professional can't make it, so myself and Ash are going to be taking you through that one for tomorrow at 8 o'clock. So the same time, same place, just a different game. It's going to be Project Cars 2, of course, for the LMP3s. And of course we've got IndyCar action on Sunday. Hopefully the action is going to be better, and hopefully there'll be more finishers than the 5 that finished on Sunday as well. And then we're back all again for the Classic Series on Tuesday. And also it's a very special day because the Settle course is coming out on that day, Competizione as well. So from myself, James Head, thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe out there, and until next time, goodbye.